Hello, Pete Brooker here from Human Research, and today we're in David Haye's gym. Fantastic. We're going to have a workout with David. We're going to have a little bit of a talk afterwards on the couch, a little one-on-one. He's going to tell me about his upcoming fight with David Bellew, and we're also going to talk a bit of Rocky. So, exciting time. Stay tuned. Ding, ding. How relaxed are you going into this fight? You look incredibly relaxed on all the social media channels I've seen you in. Talk a little bit, how are you compared to other fights?
Yeah.
How confident and relaxed are you going into this one?
I'm fantastically confident and relaxed, as you know, the hard work's been put in. You know, in the past maybe there have been injuries, there have been situations where I haven't been at my best, so you kind of you're worried about the unknown. This time round I know exactly what's up, I know exactly what I've done, and I'm supremely confident that I'm not only going to win, but I'm going to win in spectacular, emphatic style. I'm going to really do a number on this lad. He's really got under my skin, he's wound me up, he's screamed and shouted, he's called for this fight, he's tried to embarrass me. You know, he's really, you know, I've never had someone really go at me like he has. You know, he's shown no respect for my resume, no respect for my power, and the only one thing you can do when someone does that is force them to respect you with old haymakers.
Well, last time I spoke to you, we touched upon this about how we love the intensity of grudge matches, and all the build-up, but yet we love the kiss and the makeup afterwards, you know, because that kind of brings the humanity into the sport.
It'd be hard to kiss him, he'll be unconscious. I don't like something, I'm not a big fan of old kissing people who are unconscious, but he's gonna, I'm not sure if I'm going to get down on the floor and start kissing him. That's probably a bit weird.
Yeah, I guess the kissing part we can leave out. But do you think there'll be any kind of reconciliation like you do? I mean, you're famous for doing it with other fighters that you had
like
grudge matches
when I fought Derek Chisora, for instance, you know, that was a massive grudge match. We had a punch up in the press conference. We had a really tough build up to the fight, and I knocked him out in 5 rounds. And after the fight, he came over, extended his hand. We shook hands, and since that point we've been cool with each other. You know, the beef that we had, we settled fair and square in the ring with rules, and I'm sort of proud to say that, you know, there's no beef between us anymore. There was before the fight, and you get it when you're a kid. 2 kids don't like each other, they have a punch up in the classroom, and they shake hands afterwards and they move on. Literally. You know, whether that be the case between me and David Bellew, I don't know. Whether he'll be conscious to shake my hand afterwards remains to be seen. I'm not sure about that, you know, but when he maybe gets out of hospital and we meet up again, then maybe I'll shake his hand then, if he's able to do that.
Awesome. Well, 10 o'clock next Saturday. Tune in.
Be there or be nowhere.
Box office at the O2.
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch on movies with you.
Love movies.
How often do you get to see movies?
I see movies all the time. I try to get out at least once a week to catch a movie.
And do you go to cinemas, or do you have
I go to cinemas. I watch old movies. You know, basically, I like to watch a film in a movie. Movies are designed to be seen in the movies.
Absolutely.
So I like to see it on the big screen. I've got a big projector at home, which is probably as big as most movie theaters. Yeah. So I got the surround sound. I really like to take it in darkness, some popcorn, and really get down to it.
Get mates round, movie night.
Movie night, always movie nights. I like watching old movies. I like watching old great movies. I actually watched a good film the other day. I watched John Wick again. As John Wick 2 was coming out, I watched the first one. I loved it. I enjoyed it the first time round, and now I knew part 2 was coming out. I wanted to refresh and watch the first one. Great movie, fantastic movie, cult classic now. And I want to watch went to the cinema and watch part 2.
You'll love it.
I loved it, absolutely, exactly what I wanted, exactly what it gave me. Well, just unadulterated, hardcore shoot 'em up action from the start to the finish. And his dog didn't die. No. And his dog was alive at the end of this one. The first one broke my heart when his lovely dog that was given to him by his wife was killed. This time around, John Wick didn't disappoint.
Well, you'll love it. We saw it at a screening a couple of weeks ago.
Was your heart pumping from the start?
You don't get a chance to rest.
You can't breathe. I was out of breath. I'm like...
It's just like that. And even in the down moments where you think, oh, this is a chance where I can catch my breath, there's little subtle things where they're kind of shooting each other silently across the hall, like with silent.
Subway.
Yeah, that is just brilliant.
Love it.
So, we've spoken before, and you said your favourite boxing film is Raging Bull, I believe, and your favourite
Raging Bull, Ali, Raging Bull, Rocky 4.
And Rocky 4 is your favourite Rocky
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
What is it about Rocky 4 that really
Rocky
rings it
4
home?
was when he fought the big Russian, and that really resonated with me when I was a kid watching that. You know, fighting a guy, you know, on foreign soil when all of the odds are against you. And coincidentally, when it was my chance to fight for the heavyweight title, it was not only against the big Russian, it was the biggest ever fighter in the history of boxing. 7'2", 24 stone, Nikolai Valuev. He was the heavyweight champion at the time, and I had to go into foreign territory on his home turf to beat him.
Yeah.
So that Rocky film, I'd watched it so many times, and I knew for some reason that was going to be me one day, and it was.
And did you grow a beard and start chopping wood
I
up?
did. I was chopping wood. I was running in the snow. I was doing all the stuff that Rocky did, and then I somehow came away with a title.
Awesome. So you've also mentioned that you've met Sly Stallone and you've met
Yeah.
Dolph, right? What are your takeaways from those meetings, and where were
Both
they?
great guys. I've met. It was on the premiere. First time I met Dolph Lundgren was on the premiere of Expendables. Also met Sly Stallone. I met him a few other times, but Dolph Lundgren, a big fan of his. You know, from Universal Soldier to some of the films he'd done back in the day. Always was a great martial artist himself. Big into Kokushin karate. Even still, he's still in fantastic shape. He's in really good nick now. And if you had all of the current movie stars have a punch up, he'd be probably my pick for.
Quite tasty.
He'd be probably at the top of the list of guys who could really kick ass.
Well, it's interesting when going back to John Wick, you see these films, you think, Keanu, I wonder how much he kicks ass in real life.
He looked like he knew his stuff. I have to say, I know it's in the movies, but I think Keanu he does a lot of jiu-jitsu. He can clearly see he's a martial artist because it wasn't an actor pretending to do it. He knew what he was doing. He looked so fluent with it. You know, he didn't just train for that movie. He does martial. I don't know for a fact, but for me watching it, I could see he is a martial artist, and I really respected that. Same thing when you see Blade with Wesley Snipes. You know, he can really fight. He can really do it. He can fight, and he can kick some ass for real. And I love seeing guys fighting that. You know, the real deal.
Have you ever been asked to be in a film or do any fight choreography?
Yeah, I've been asked to do a few films, but I've always said I'm not going to go down that path until my boxing career is over. Because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it 100% and be the best actor I can be. And I don't have enough time now to do the lessons to focus. I'll get round to that. I've still got a little bit of business left in boxing, probably a couple more years tops. Then after that, I will still be in my 30s, and then I'll hit my acting career as big as possible, and you'll see me smashing it up.
Thank you, David Haye.
My pleasure.
Best of luck.
But you've never
next
interviewed
Saturday.
someone getting a massage before?
No, this is the first.
First time for everything. Nice one.
Brilliant. Well, how about that? David Haye getting a massage, and we're talking to him and getting the exclusive. Fantastic. Okay, so make sure you tune in 4th of March, 10 o'clock, and we're going to see David Haye knock out Tony Bellew, all right? How about that? Okay, next time, same channel, next week. Off.
Let's get home. Not that one.